Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Indeed, this is the match reaction to our 3-1 victory against Mansfield Town in the Vertu Trophy, which sees us go through to the knockout rounds. Ending our winless run was important, but we must build on it. That's what it's in the title. That's what I'm going to say. We must build on it. The bread and butter is in the league, and we must build on this result yesterday night and follow up with a win on Saturday, which is where it matters most, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, the pressure is still massively on Lee Grant, and I still don't think he's the man to take us forward. And I'm not going to change my mind on that, guys, until just because of one victory that we've had. Whoopie-doo, you know what I mean? Yes, we won a game, well done. But it's been absolutely pathetic in terms of performance levels and results all season so far. So, yeah, not getting carried away at all. And I'm not convinced he's the man to take us forward. And when I say take us forward, I mean, is he the man to get us promotion? No way is he the man to get us promotion. But look, all eyes on this weekend, like I said, for me, which is the biggest game of the season so far. We have to win. There were definitely a few positives last night, though, which I'm going to get into. But before we do that, make sure you are smashing that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and comment your thoughts down below, what you made of this performance and result as well. And yeah. So look, let's get straight into the video then. I'm going to try and keep it as short but sweet as I can. But yeah, so yeah, look, the lineup, style lineup last night, obviously Owen Goodman starting in goal, getting a chance for the first time in ages, which we're really happy about, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Feel like he's just been crucified for making one or two errors, you know what I mean? Which is, some of them have been down to his own wrongdoing, especially the one at Barnsley, but some of them have been down to the fact that this manager's telling him to overplay out from the back, and he isn't comfortable doing that. So, you know what I mean? But look, Goodman back in goal, like I said. Now there was actually a formation change in this match. Can you believe it, guys? He's actually changed formation for the first time this season. It was a 3-5-2 with the ball, dropping to a 4-4-2 without it. So, yeah, finally this manager has decided to wake up and change the formation. But whether it's just for this game remains to be seen, because if it just goes back to the same old on Saturday, then we'll be like, well, you know what I mean, just back to his own ways again. But yeah, so I mean, like I said, Sorensen, Wiles, Taylor, Harness, Balker, Charles, Feeney, Rowan, Ashia getting not his first start, but he's another start, which I'm really happy about as well, because I'm saying on this channel for ages, why is he not in the team? Why is he not getting any look in here? Everybody else isn't performing, and he's still nowhere near the squad. Doesn't make any sense. So yeah, happy for him to come back in as well. And Taylor and Charles were the ones that was leading the line up top as well. So interesting, Charles. I mean, we're gonna get into it, but I mean, I liked, obviously, Balk was back in this lineup for the first time in a while as well, if you know what I mean. So, look, I mean, how long he lasts before he gets injured again is another story. Probably not long, but yeah, I mean, good to see him back, I guess. But we're in this cycle of the same thing happening over and over again with him. But look, let's get into the first time. I mean, on the bench as well. Sorry, I mean, I'm just not with it today at all. I do apologise. On the bench, we had Chapman, Ledson, Ruskin, Miller, Radulovic, Sway, and Yorpender, of course. George Yorpender. Tom, of course, is on loan at Notts County. So, yeah, his brother getting a look in on the bench. But, yeah, a lot of changes. And as expected, And so was so did Mansfield as well. They changed their team a lot, didn't they, as well? So yeah, very, very second string kind of side that they put out there, Mansfield, last night. But obviously for us, obviously in the first half, look, it didn't take as long, did it, to go ahead? I mean, Charles ended his long goal scoring route with a goal that ricocheted off a Mansfield failed clearance and deflected in. Again, when you are on that long, when you haven't scored for a while, it doesn't matter how they go. And if you get that first one, then you can really. I just think when you haven't scored for, I can only imagine when you haven't scored for ages as a striker, it will play on your mind and you'll keep eating away at you. And I think that no matter how you get that first goal to start, try and kickstart yourself again. It doesn't really matter, does it? You know, you just need to make sure you're there at the right time to deflect the goal in like that. And Charles was there. You know, again though, look, if you look at the goal, Ashia involved, the ball across from him, causing problems, a bit of a tricky ball to deal with for the Mansfield defender. And then, yeah, obviously, he failed to clear it, and Charles was there to I don't think he knew much about it, to be honest with you, but obviously he was there and, kind of just deflected off him, didn't it, really? So, yeah. But look, first goal to give him that confidence. He needed some luck as well. You know, you need some luck to start, and he's got that in this one. And like I said, the first goal he scored in 26 matches, so it's a massive thing for him, really, to be honest with you. I'm really, really happy for him as well. Hopefully, he can now kick on moving forward as well. But look, I thought throughout the first half, Vaught Taylor was actually holding the ball up very well. Thought he was doing some good stuff in there from what we've seen in the past, which was good to see. Just need consistency with Taylor, and he needs to be better, and he needs to start scoring goals for us as well, because that's what he's in the team to do. You're all right holding the ball up, yeah, cool, but you've got to score. You got to score goals as well. That's what we brought. That's what we spent. Obviously spent £3 million on to get us goals. It doesn't help that we play so I'd say defensive, so like naive at times with this setup that we've seen under Grant. But I'm not when he has had chances he's missed. So in the past, so yeah, can't really defend him in that aspect. But yeah, look, Goodman. I mean, we talked about Goodman earlier, but Goodman was showing some really good distribution skills early on in this one. Obviously, a bit of a sticky moment after that, though. To be fair, but for Goodman after that, after he nearly got dispossessed, but it was a very poor back pass from Feeney. The critics out there will say, "What is Goodman doing?" I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna say what I see. I'm gonna analyze it how I saw it, not because I've got a narrative that I want to push. Some fans out there will have just jumped on him for that mistake. I ain't gonna do that. I think it's very unfair how he's been treated, to be honest with you, since he's come in. Yes, made a few mistakes, but let's not try and let's not try and lie about the fact that Nichols is very prone to a mistake and has made mistakes. Yes, he's made a lot of saves, but his distribution has been very poor this season, in my opinion. But people don't want to talk about that because it's Nichols, but because it's Goodman. Oh no, let's pounce on him all. I get like everybody did against Barnsley. Yes, it was a poor mistake. I get that. But if that was Nichols, would there have been the same reaction? I don't think so. But anyway, I thought I thought as the half went on and we were really in control of the match, to be honest, we weren't we? You know what I mean? We were playing some good stuff. I think obviously with Dion Charles getting that opening goal, and then since then we have played some good stuff in that. We did play some good stuff in that first half. Not carved kind of anything out of note in terms of chances at that point. After that point, but we're firmly on top. We're in control of the game, and we are looking the more dangerous side for once. And then yes, we double our lead. Not in the 34th minute. Guess who? Feeney doubles our lead, finds the back of the net after a goal mouth scramble from a corner that we had. The ball fell for him in the box, where he initially stabbed the ball towards goal. That was blocked, but it fell kindly for him second time, and he wasn't going to miss from there, and he tucked it away. Really, really good. So yeah, look, Feeney, big up to him. Obviously, I have liked what I think Feeney's been one of the very few positives this season. So far, to be honest with you, the player that looks very, very good. Is destined to go on and achieve a lot in the game as well. I can see a lot of potential in him, still young, and like I said, we've got him on loan for the season. So yeah, really, 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 really good goal for he's not only good at defending, but he can chip in with a goal as well. From set pieces, which is always good. A tall lad, strong. I mean, so yeah, good goal, and that's what I want to say there. But look, we kept going as well. We kept going from that. We still kept going and trying to find more goals. Dion Charles did have the ball in the back of the net again, but this time the linesman put his flag up for offside. Was a lovely front post header by Charles, and from a cross from Rowan that rattled in off the crossbar, but unfortunately it wasn't to stand because of the offside. Very promising though from that point. Like I said, we were doing well. Yeah, 2-0 at half time. Look, good half. I mean, we were creating chances, number of opportunities. Charles and Feeney, the goal scorers, separate the two sides at the moment. And yeah, we were in control of the match. We were looking dangerous. And to be honest with you, Mansfield didn't offer anything in that first half either. So yeah, but the second half started off quite well, not quite, but the second half started off very sluggishly. Mansfield got an early goal to make it 2-1. Very poor goal to concede, really. We hadn't started the half well, as I've already alluded to. Mansfield caught us coming out of the half stone cold, and they were growing in confidence as well. So I just think for us, if we look at what we've seen this season, a bit of a theme that's happening at times: very loose passing, losing the ball too easily. I think we have to really stop doing that. To be honest with you, what I mean. It's costing us time and time again, and it cost us here. So yeah, need to really sharpen up in terms of the possession. Giving the ball away too easily, possession. You know what I mean. So yeah, but look, 55 minutes on the clock at this point, and it was all to play for really after that goal from Mansfield. But Goodman was making made a save to deny Akins from leveling things up. Again, we got caught in the transition and we're outnumbered, and we're fortunate that Akins couldn't find the corner of the goal in this instance, but obviously he hits it straight at Goodman, who was there to gather. But look, I mean, I think it was a frantic 25 minutes in that second half. But then we started to control the game again. We started to, start to up our tempo a bit, up our game. And yeah, we were doing better. We had more. We were controlling the game once again. Few changes for us in the 78th minute. First change of the match. Ashia and Harness coming off for Miller and Ledson, who both came. And I thought Harness, actually, by the way, did very well in the middle of the park. To be honest with you, it's kind of surprising that he had a better game there than he has done in his last few appearances in his so-called natural position, which he's been very ineffective at. But yeah, fair play to Harness, but we need to see consistency. You know what I mean? We need to see more. It's no good coming up with a good game here and there. We need it consistently if you're in this team and starting games. So yeah, and that goes for quite a few of this squad, by the way, not just Harness. But yes, Ledson came on, and like I said, he gets the captain's armband from Wiles, who again just baffles me how he's the fact he's a captain, I mean, it just says it all, doesn't it, really? Anyways, we did end up scoring a third goal in the 84th minute, 3-1. Dion Charles once again getting 2 goals. A brilliant header in and gets his second goal of the evening. Big up to him. And the ball before that was clipped in by Ledson. And despite not having much pace on the cross, Dion powers it past the Mansfield goalkeeper. Very, very good finish. And look, you could see that first goal that he scored, that helped him throughout this match, and he managed to get another goal. So it's that domino effect, scoring a goal after not scoring for ages and then getting another one. It's just brilliant to see. I'm really, really happy that he got another goal as well. And then final change in the final minutes, Sorensen came off for Sway, one of our youngsters, of course. But look, he did finish 3-1 to us. Like I said, I think we were all very, very surprised at the fact that Dion Charles scored not 1, but 2 either side of that Joss Feeney goal. That sees us through to the knockout stages of the Vertu Trophy at the expense of Mansfield. I thought, just to summarise, I thought it was a good first half, Sora's going 2 goals to the good. I thought we were playing some good stuff in that first half as well. And obviously in the second half, we came out and it was very, very sluggish, like I said, for the opening 10 minutes or so, I would say. And obviously then they got a goal back during that period as well. Obviously Mansfield did press for that equaliser, but didn't take their chance through that Aikens chance I said earlier, and we eventually saw them off through the head of Dion Charles, who gave us that cushion. And I think it's pretty clear to see that Dion Charles is and deserved the man of the match last night. He got, like I say, he's got his first goal for the club at the 28th time of asking, and then added another late on. I think a few mentions to the likes of Sorensen, Feeney, Balka. I thought Ashia did some good stuff as well. Always driving at the defense. It might not always work, but he's always driving at the defenders and trying to make something happen. So big up to him, and he deserves more game time. That's how I see it, because he is a threat. He causes problems for the opposition defense. We need players like that in our side, to be honest with you. And he's certainly a player that gets you off your seat and you know what I mean, looks like he's going to create something out of nothing as well. We haven't got many players like that, have we? And yes, the attendance, 973, which pretty much sums it up, doesn't it? I mean, I know it's a cup game, but that's the lowest attendance in a considerable amount of time, to be honest with you, from what I saw. So yeah, we've not had as low attendance as that for ages. Cup game or not, I think we've had more in the other cup competitions, and I think we had more in the over 1,000 there for the Newcastle under 21 game that we played against them in this competition. So yeah, but look, takeaways from the game. I'm certainly not getting excited having beaten Mansfield's second string in a pretty irrelevant cup competition, let's be honest. But there's definitely a positive or two to take from it, isn't there? You know what I mean? I am happy with the result, especially for Charles, who got 2 goals. Hopefully now that is the springboard, which we're going to get into in a moment. And we can't get ahead of ourselves here. This is just one match, yeah? And Lee Grant, for me, I said it earlier, I don't believe in him. He still has to go. That's how I see it. Just because he's won one game doesn't mean it's all rainbows and sunshine. No, absolutely not. We like I said earlier, I don't think he's going to be the man that will get us promoted, to be honest with you, at all. And I just think if you look at it, I don't think a win last night really changes anything for me. Because it was a much changed Mansfield side. We changed a lot as well, but it was a second string Mansfield side we're up against as well. Charles obviously got 2 goals. Hopefully that will help him push on now. I've criticised Charles just recently. Actually, I'd kind of given up on him, and I think a lot of people out there had as well, because we just weren't seeing anything from him at all. Since he's arrived, he's just shown nothing, has he? And now I'm really pleased that he's managed to get off the mark now in terms of goals. And I'm happy for him, of course. I don't want any player to fail at this football club, of course. But and I'm really intrigued to see how them goals now. What are we going to see moving forward from him now? We're going to see what effect is it going to have on him. It's not undoubtedly going to have a positive effect, but is he going to continue to keep chipping in with goals? That remains to be seen. So yeah, we all want him to push on now and help us. So let's hope he does that. But I think as well, like I said about the result as well, losing last night has the exact same impact as winning it. That's how I see it. This cup doesn't matter, but I think a good performance can go a long way in gaining, some trust back from the fans again, and that's exactly what Grant needs to do to try and turn it around. Still a long way to go for him, and I'm not convinced, like I said earlier, but it's a starting point. But there's massive pressure on the weekend, to be honest with you. So yeah, still believe that game on Saturday, that is the game that he needs to be winning. One game to save his job kind of scenario, in my opinion. So yeah, like I said, let's take team individual performances into Saturday's massive game. Up to Lee Grant to see the good things tonight and replicate it. That's what it's about. So yeah, there we are then. So all through to the next round, the knockout stages, of this competition. And like I said, all eyes on our match against Plymouth on Saturday. A massive game, a must-win game, and we are in desperate need of points in the league. Everybody knows it. So let's see what happens. So yes, thank you for watching. Make sure you smash a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. What you made of the game, what you made of the result, and everything else. Anything else you want to mention, feel free to get it down below in the comment section. Take care. I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye now.